This is 1-6, distributive property using a negative number. We've already done distributive property. This is being aware of a negative. So -3 is going to visit x, and -3 is going to be distributed to 6. So -3 is visiting x. I'm going to leave a space and go -3 is distributed to 6. I'm going to do the multiplication, -3x, and this is -18, and this is the final answer because these two terms do not combine. They are unlike terms. Very rarely, but sometimes you can distribute from the back. And so -2 is going to visit 3r, and -2 is going to visit +8. Notice I'm keeping this sign, I'm spreading it apart, and I'm leaving a gap, but when I write it, it just becomes, that -18 becomes -18. So -2 times 3r is -6r, and -2 times 8 is -16, and that is where we go. -3 is being distributed to the 4u and to the 2. -3 is distributed to the 4u. -3 is distributed to the 2. -3 times 4u is -12u. And -3 times 2 is -6. Five is being distributed to the 2k. 5 is being distributed to the -6. 5 is being distributed to the 2k. And 5 is being distributed to the -6. This is 10k, this is -30, becomes 10k minus 30. -4 is coming to the y, -4 is being distributed to the +4. -4 is being distributed to the y, -4 is being distributed to the 4. Be careful on your handwriting because y's and 4 start looking alike. That's -4y minus 16. -9 is being distributed to the 5x, and -9 is being distributed to the -7. -9 is being distributed to the 5x, and -9 is being distributed to the -7. These are two terms. This is one term, and this is another term. That's how they're getting distributed. This is -45x, and this, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and the negatives paired up, it is +63. A negative outside, there's an understood 1. A negative running through a parentheses literally just changes its sign. -2a, +3b becomes -3b, and +5d becomes -5d. Or you could go -1 times 2a, -1 times 3b, -1 times 5d. Solve. Notice this is a negative. Be very careful. You're going to do -3 squared plus 4 times -3. Order of operations said take care of the parentheses or the exponent first. Parentheses with exponent. So 2 and -3 times -3 is 9. And this is -12. This is 18 minus 12, which is 6. This is a term not being distributed. This is a distributive property. So the 6 is going to hang out. 6x plus 3 times 2x. And 3 is going to visit -6. So you have 6x plus 3 times 2x is 6x, and you have a minus 18. 6x and 6x is 12x minus 18. And that is simplified. There's a negative. It's an understood 1. A negative going through a parenthesis is going to change signs. So the positive x becomes -x, and the +4 becomes -4. and the 4 was not affected by that negative outside the parenthesis. Negative 4 and 4 is a 0 pair. Your answer is negative x. Negative 5 is distributed to the C and the D. Negative 3 is distributed to the 2C, and negative 3 is distributed to the 3D. Negative 5 is distributed to the C, negative 5 is distributed to the D, negative 3 is distributed to the 2C, and negative 3 is distributed to the 3D. Negative 5 times C is negative 5C. That becomes negative 5D. Negative 3 times 2C is negative 6C. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9D. We are now going to combine like terms. Those are alike. That becomes negative 11C. These are like terms. That becomes negative 14D. And that is your answer. Double distribute and combine. 2 goes to 2C, 2 goes to negative D. 6 goes to C, 6 goes to negative 2D. 2 visits 2C, 2 visits negative D, 6 visits C, 6 visits negative 2D. 2 times 2C is 4C. 2 times negative D is negative 2D. 6 times C is 6C. 6 times negative 2D is negative 12D. That combines with that because they both have the last name of C, which becomes 10C. This and this are combined as a negative 14D, and that is your final answer. Your turn-in is your 1-6 distributive property. It says practice it or prove it on it.